names.
My name is Sinez.
And my name is Celia.
And what grade are you girls in?
We're in grade 4.
Okay, and what are you sharing with us today?
This is our series of Harry Potter's diary.
Okay, and tell me about Harry Potter's diary.
So I started the book with the first book, and I was bored over the summer, so I decided to write a book, but I only ended up writing 1 chapter. So I met Sinez at school, and then we became pretty good friends. And then for our buddy writing, we decided that we would start writing a book together. And then my parents bought these fancy books, and then they're probably like $6 each. And then so we had to draw the lines on them, but it was pretty fun because we could make them any size we wanted.
And where did the inspiration come for Harry Potter's diary?
So we were reading like Harry Potter, and we were only reading the first book. But I was like, at home, I was like at the 2nd or 3rd book, and then so we we're not really. Well, Sinez could be a fan of it.
I am a very big fan of Harry Potter. So we kind of we both liked it enough that we would write, and we knew enough that we could write a book about it. And so we made it a diary because both of us didn't really like those Once Upon a Time books.
There was Tinkerbell, and then there was Peter Pan. Wait, no, I think those are different movies, but but we both really liked comedy.
Yes,
and then but we also liked books, so we decided to make
comics.
a funny book. But the one thing that was a little weird was that Sinez had this really fancy cursive writing, and then I had this really messy handwriting. And then so it kind of looked like that Ron and Harry were writing it.
And
how do you guys organize who's writing when? When do you come up with your ideas?
Normally, it's just in Daily 5, or just the second we get to school, we just jump out front and we're just I have an idea.
Pull out our books.
So you kind of plan it in the morning during soft start?
We plan it in the morning, and we plan a chapter so that we kind of know what we're gonna write. And then at lunch, we're just before we go inside, we're usually, all right, who's writing first today? And then if Celia was writing first one day, then I would write the next day. And basically, they'll start the chapter because usually we can't finish a chapter in one round. So we'll choose to have rounds at different times. And so Celia will do her round, and then I'll finish up the chapter. And then after we finish making one book, then we in Daily 5 buddy writing, and in Friendship Friday, basically any time we have, we try and go over it and edit it, and then we read it to the class.
Yeah, and the class loves it. Okay, why don't I come around and you can show us this 3rd book.
But the one reason why we started this one was because I thought that we could do it as a story, but then we always use I instead of Harry, so we decided to make a diary.
I love that. Okay.
So it's nice. Who's reading first?
Do you want to?
You read the first page, and then I'll read this page.
Okay. Ron's cooking show. Today we'll be making poisonous spaghetti. By the way, I'm Ron, and this is Weasley Cook-Off. Today, Fred and George will help me, Ron said. Yep, Fred and George said together. I will prepare the sauce, Ron said. Fred, George, you cook the chocolate frogs and the weird sausages in the pantry that have been there for 120 years,
said Ron. Okay, said Fred with a nervous / disgusted face. George was all on for pranks, but cooking 120-year-old sausage with chocolate frogs was new, and 20 minutes later,
they were done. Woot woot, Fred and George yelled. Now, the best part, Ron said, while touching his fingers together gleefully. What? George said. Oh yeah, we're going to feed Snape. Clank! Fred dropped his pot. He said, we're going to do what?
Oh, we're just gonna feed Snape. It's not a big deal. He might die, Ron said. We will what?
George said.
Come on, Ron. And they set off to their
and set off. The dumbfounded twins followed. They walked into Snape's office. What? Snape barked. We have a, gift, Ron said. What? Snape said in a gentle tone. Spaghetti, Fred said nervously. Oh, nice. 25 points to Gryffindor. He took a bite and said, ew, it tastes like 120-year-old sausages.
Is this edible? No, what? I mean, yes, Ron said, but it might have poison. What? Snape yelled. Poof. His head was on the table. Ron said, we got him.
It's awesome. Okay, do you want to show quickly before the video ends just some of the pictures in one of the other books?
So we have a pop-up of Hedwig, and he has pizza. It kind of looks like a watermelon that had a dried out skin, though.
It was very cool.
And this one has pictures.
That's awesome. Okay, thanks, girls, for sharing.